For decades, sex offense registries have stood as a seemingly unshakable pillar of public safety. The logic is intuitive: track people convicted of certain offenses, make their presence known, and communities will be safer. Yet, a growing body of research suggests that this widely accepted strategy is not only largely ineffective in preventing new crimes, but may in fact be counterproductive, creating a false sense of security while imposing immense, often debilitating, burdens on individuals. It's time to critically examine whether these registries truly serve their intended purpose, or if our resources would be better spent on evidence-based prevention and rehabilitation. The illusion of prevention: what the data really says. When we strip away the technical violations, the missed check-ins or address updates that inflate arrest statistics, the picture of sex offense registries as a crime-fighting tool becomes alarmingly blurry. Do registries prevent reoffending? The answer is often no. The primary goal of a sex offense registry is to reduce recidivism. However, studies on the effectiveness of public notification, making registry information widely accessible, are at best contradictory. Many analyses find that public registries do not reduce reoffending. Some even suggest they can increase the number of sex offenses. This backfire effect is attributed to the severe collateral consequences that public registration imposes: loss of housing, difficulty finding employment, social ostracization, and psychological harm. When individuals are stripped of their ability to build a stable, crime-free life, the incentive to avoid criminal activity diminishes. Many comparative studies have found no statistically significant difference in sexual recidivism rates between registered and non-registered offenders. Do registries prevent first-time offenses? Not significantly. The vast majority of sex crimes are committed by individuals who are not on any sex offense registry at the time of their offense. Data consistently show that over 95% of those arrested for rape and child molestation are first-time sex offenders. Furthermore, most victims know their assailants, over 70%, and only a tiny fraction, 4.8%, of these known perpetrators were listed on a registry at the time of the assault. This fundamental disconnect means that sex offense registries, by their very design, cannot prevent the majority of new sex crimes. While there might be a slight initial general deterrent effect on first-time sex crime arrests when a sex offense registry is first implemented, the introduction of online registries has not led to further declines. This suggests that the perceived risk for potential new offenders doesn't increase with broader public access to the registry. Do registries help solve new crimes? Rarely, if ever. Despite popular belief, there is no evidence that sex offense registries directly lead to the identification and arrest of unknown perpetrators in new sex crimes or cold cases where DNA or other forensic evidence isn't the primary identifier. Cold cases are predominantly solved through advances in DNA technology, re-examined evidence, or new witness testimony, not by matching an unknown suspect to a sex offense registry entry. The registry's utility for law enforcement is primarily in tracking and apprehending known individuals who fail to comply with registration requirements or become fugitives. The unintended harms: a costly and counterproductive system beyond their limited effectiveness, sex offense registries inflict significant harm and create unintended consequences. False sense of security: public sex offense registries can lull communities into a false sense of security, leading them to believe that knowing where registered offenders live is sufficient protection. This can divert attention from the more prevalent risks posed by first-time offenders or those known to the victim who are not on any registry. Exacerbating recidivism: the severe social and economic penalties of public registration, including housing and employment discrimination, can make it nearly impossible for individuals to reintegrate into society. This can increase feelings of hopelessness and reduce the opportunity cost of committing new crimes, inadvertently making a crime-free life less attractive. Ineffective residency restrictions. Laws forbidding registered offenders from living near schools or daycares have no empirical support for preventing sex crimes. Instead, they lead to displacement, homelessness, and the clustering of offenders in other areas, creating new challenges for communities. Resource drain. Law enforcement agencies often feel under-resourced and unclear about the primary purpose of managing registries. The significant social and logistical costs of maintaining these extensive registries may not be justified by their demonstrated benefits. A path forward. Investing in true prevention. Given the overwhelming evidence of their limited effectiveness and significant harms, it is time to consider ending public sex offense registries and redirecting resources toward more effective evidence-based prevention policies. Focus on early intervention and education. The vast majority of sex crimes are committed by first-time offenders. Resources should be directed towards broad public education on healthy relationships, consent, and recognizing warning signs of abuse, as well as early intervention programs for at-risk individuals long before any offense occurs. Support those who have been victimized. Ensure robust funding for victim services, crisis support, and trauma-informed care. Empowering victims to report and heal and providing comprehensive support is a direct path to safer communities. Ending sex offense registries is not about being soft on crime, it's about being smart on crime. It's about moving beyond policies driven by fear and retribution to embrace strategies grounded in evidence, human dignity, and a genuine commitment to creating safer communities for everyone.